to my channel, beautiful world. I get excited when I get on here because I love talking to you guys. Welcome. Let's talk, expand our mind, and elevate ourselves. Okay, so let's talk. What are we talking about today? Today we're talking about how to give 0 fucks about people, their opinions, what they're thinking, and 0 fucks about being alone because you want to be alone, okay? Being alone, it's much more at peace for you, much more entertaining for you than being around people who have their fucking opinions, who doesn't freaking contribute an ounce into your life about nothing, okay? Why should you give 0 fucks about people and what they think? Giving 0 fucks about people is actually a very healthy thing for you. I know, the world that we live in have us brainwashed into thinking, oh, you should care about the opinions of others because you want others to like you. You want others to be around you. But you know what? If you really actually gave a 0 fucks about people and their opinion and whether they want to be around you or not, that's when they really want to be around you, okay? That's when they really like you, okay? Have you seen that person who gives 0 fucks and that Mr. Joe who always cares, or you know, Miss Keisha who always cares, or you know, what do they call them? I was trying to think of a name in Ethiopia, but you know what? Yeah, who always thinks they should care about other people's opinion or other people's thoughts. They'll be the first one to say, oh my gosh, I love how she don't care. I love how she don't give 2 fucks. I love how she is just comfortable being alone. Have you ever noticed that? But meanwhile, as a whole, we practice, oh, you should give a fuck about people's opinions, people's thoughts, and whether they want to be around you or not. Oh, be afraid to be alone. We don't say that out loud, but 90% of people are afraid to be alone. Why is that? Did you ever think about that? Because giving 0 fucks actually puts you at peace, actually helps you focus on yourself on a much deeper level and getting to know yourself, accepting yourself, and loving yourself. If you are doing that, and when you do that, you don't give a fuck about people being around you. You don't give a fuck about them liking you. Because what do they do if whether they like you or not? Give you attention for a moment, give you whatever it is that you need or want for the moment. But guess what? As soon as they decide they don't like you within the next minute, you're not getting none of that shit. But when you figure it out, you like yourself. When you figure out you like being with yourself alone, guess what? Every moment of every day, of every single day of your life for the rest of your life, you are happy. You're not going to take that shit back from yourself like so-and-so would in a moment because they're mad at you. Okay? When you learn to like yourself, guess what? No matter what you do, you learn to be kind to yourself. You learn to love yourself through your hardship and through whether you did something right or wrong, you still learn, or you still love yourself, you still accept yourself, you still forgive yourself. Okay? With that comes so much more peace and so much more beauty, okay, than the 5-minute like they give you and take right back from you, okay? Learn to do that. Easier said than done though, right? Don't worry, I got you. That's why we're here to talk, okay? How do you learn to be alone with yourself? Actually being alone. Don't be afraid to actually be alone, okay? Being alone teaches you the deepest part of yourself, the parts that you hide, the parts that it's hidden from you when you're around other people or you constantly keep yourself busy with doing activities such as partying every weekend, or going out and hanging out with your friends doing nonsense. You know, like when you do these activities, a lot of the parts of you are hidden. Like they're hiding from you, like not from other people, hidden from you. When you explore yourself in alone, you will be mind blown and shocked on the things that you will learn about yourself that you hide from yourself. Let me say that again. When you spend time with yourself alone, truly spend time and get to know yourself, you will be mind blown on the things that you will learn about yourself that you hide from yourself. Not even from others. And a lot of the time, consciously, sometimes you do recognize some things that you hide from yourself, but you don't admit it to yourself that you're hiding it from yourself. You quickly admit it and glance over it that you're hiding it from other people. But in reality, you're hiding it more from yourself than other people. Because deep down, you don't give a fuck about other people. You give a fuck about you. So when you think you are people pleasing so that they can like you and that they can accept you, it's not so much so for them, right? It's so that you can feel good about yourself. It's so that you can feel special about yourself. Through them, through what others do for you, through how other people treat you. But in reality, it's you that you give a fuck about. So when you learn that I validate myself, that I am okay being by myself, that I don't give a fuck about other people's opinion but myself, you don't need to hide nothing. The hardest parts for you that you hide from, you learn to accept and love. The darkest parts of you, you pull out into the light for yourself to really dissect and understand yourself. Okay? But when you spend time with yourself, you tend to have a lot of the conversation and spend a lot of the time with yourself that you would with other people, that keeps you in a cloud about yourself. Okay? I'm driving right now. That keeps you in cloud about yourself. So you want to spend time, as much time as possible, by yourself, okay? But spending time by yourself to get to know you isn't the thing like you would do for an hour, for a couple months, or a week, or spend the time by yourself in a week. Go out to the woods and let me spend time by myself in a week so I can get to know myself like once a month or once a year. Like, no, you're not getting to know yourself that way. No, that's not how it works. You actually have to spend so much so most of your time alone. Okay, alone. And don't be afraid of what I'm saying. Like, don't let that scare you. That automatically puts in most people's mind like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be lonely though. Like, no, you're not lonely. Because in reality, what you really gonna come to learn is whether you're around other people or not, you're always alone. Okay? Like, let me repeat that again, okay? Not lonely, okay? There is difference between alone and lonely, okay? Lonely is a state of mind, okay? Alone is a reality, okay? You're born alone, you live alone, meaning like you live your life the way you want it to. You deal with your emotions, okay? With the things that happen to you through your emotions alone. I can't feel it for you. Your mom can't feel it for you and make you feel better. That's you living alone, okay? So, you're alone whether you're around people or not, whether you are the most famous person in life, in the world or not, or whether you are the most isolated person in the world. Either way, you're alone. But being lonely is a state of mind, you know? You can be around so many people day in and day out and still feel lonely. But you feel lonely because you're not with yourself. That's why you feel lonely. You can never feel lonely because there's other people not around you. Because you don't have such a big circle of family, friends, or blah, blah, blah. Most people think that's what's making them feel lonely. Oh, I'm lonely because I don't have no friends. Oh, I'm lonely because I don't have no family. Oh, I'm lonely because I don't have significant others. That's not what lonely is. Lonely is in the mind, okay? So you are only lonely for the simple fact that you don't know how to be with yourself. Okay? That's really what lonely is. And when you become in tune with yourself and you learn to be alone with yourself, you will also recognize this truth. You're not there. You're not at home to listen to yourself, okay? You're not conscious enough to hear yourself, to understand yourself. When something hurt you, when you don't like something, like people who are a bunch around, for example, when people who have so many friends, right? They have so many friends, every weekend they go out, right? Like people who don't have friends, who are always alone and feel lonely, because it's possible just because you're always alone, if you're not doing the work to be in touch with yourself, eventually, whether you do the work or not, I do truly believe that if you spend enough time by yourself, it has to be a long term, okay? Not 2-3 years. Eventually, you will hit that opening to where you are forced to dig deeper within yourself. Like nature forces you to do that. But for the people who haven't got to that far, okay, who nature has not yet forced, but they are alone, right? Would say to a person who always have friends or always going out every weekend, like, how can you be lonely? You got all these people around you. No, I'm lonely. I'm always at home doing nothing. But both parties feel lonely, okay? In different way, but for the same exact reason, okay? So, the people who are always out with their friends, who do feel lonely, who are partying every week with all those people around them, they're usually the most confused, because the human interpretation of being lonely is not having anybody around you, right? But yet somehow they find themselves feeling lonely. Now, do you see, like, how can two parties in two different situations both feel lonely? Because there's only one reason. You're not there with yourself. You're not at home to see and understand yourself. Okay, when I point out, I'm sorry, I kind of went off, right? So those people, back to the point, so those people feel lonely because even though they have people around them, because it's like, they're like, how can I feel lonely? I have all these people around me and I don't understand. How are they not listening to themselves? Okay, how do they put themselves in a situation where they feel lonely and they're around all these people? Because sometimes these people, they don't like to really go out, okay? Their friends like to go out clubbing and partying and drinking, heavy drinking, whatever, right? Spending all night out. But for them, personally, they don't like that, okay? They don't like that. They do it. They go out to parties and hanging out and drinking and staying out until 2 a.m., 5 a.m. or whatnot to please their friends, to fit in with their friends. So they compromise their happiness to make other people feel happy. And and they find themselves lonely. Or they can be in the scenario at the moment and they find themselves lonely. Okay? Because they're abandoning themselves. They're abandoning their truth. They're abandoning who they are. You're not at home. You're not here with yourself. That's why you feel lonely, okay? People who are alone, same thing, right? They're alone all the time. They don't have no friends or whatnot, right? Nature hasn't done its part yet because they nature's still giving you time to figure it out on your own. Nature gives you time to grow. It doesn't force you. Eventually, it has to if you're not doing it, right? They feel lonely. They're alone. And their logic of it is, well, yeah, I should feel lonely. I am always alone. And I don't have any friends or any family. But that's not why you're lonely. You're lonely because you sit around watching TV, zoned out, or doing whatever. If you smoke, if you drink, if you watch TV, if you're a gamer, or you just sit around and do your painting, your drawings, your reading, whatever. You're so occupied with those activities that you do, so much so, and also occupied with the thoughts that are running through your mind, so much so that you abandon yourself. Okay? You can abandon yourself in those times, like through emotions, like you sit at home and you watch TV all day, or you game or whatever, right, all day, but you want to be out there. You want to be out there going to ride your bike in nature. You want to be out there just going, grabbing something to eat, or going to the bar, or listening to music. You want to do anything else, but you don't feel like you should be doing those things alone. Okay? Or that you feel like, oh, I need somebody to go with me, or I can't afford it, or whatever. You have reasons to why you can't get up and do those things. That's an abandonment within yourself, because you make the excuses like, oh, I can't afford it, oh, it's too far, oh, I should be going with somebody, oh, there should be a reason for me to go and do such thing, even though I feel like it, and I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, so I'm going to sit here and watch TV, so I'm going to sit here and just play games, or I'm going to sit here and stuff my face in my book, or whatever it is that you do alone that you keep yourself occupied with, instead of actually listening to yourself and what you really need or want to do. It creates the feeling of loneliness. Okay? Loneliness is a state of mind. It is not something that can be, it's not your reality. You cannot tie it to what's going on around you, such as, oh, I don't have no friends and I don't have no family. Like, no. Okay? And you cannot even, those people who have so many friends or whatnot, or a bunch of family members, oh, I have a lot of family in my family, but my family crazy, or my friends are fake, like that's why I feel lonely around them. No, it's a state of mind. Okay, it's the fact that you're not allowing yourself accepting the things for what it is. Okay, instead of you want it to be how you want it to be. You want your friends to be, I don't know, more up forward with you, more straightforward, and being straightforward, it's in other words being honest, like we all want that, but straightforward can look different for everybody too, right? In a way, right? So it's all in your mind. Listen to yourself. Try to understand your emotions. When a situation make you feel something, oh, I don't want to go out. I really don't feel like going out. I really don't like to club and party and stay out till whatever night. I really don't like to, be around a lot of people, but you surround yourself with a lot of people. That can cause you to be lonely because you're not doing the things that you want to do, that your soul is more hungry for or more appreciative of, and rather you're doing things that other people are appreciative of and other people are seeking, for their comfort level. And you in the process abandon your comfort level, so it makes you feel lonely. Loneliness is within yourself because you are looking for company within yourself, not within other people. You're looking for company within yourself. So when you learn to be by yourself, when you learn to understand yourself, being by yourself, it's not just physically being by yourself, right? Like, we say, be your own person. But what are we saying? Be independent and be your own person. Sometimes when we're saying that, most of the time when we're saying that, we're thinking like physical, right? Physical need. Fulfill your own physical need. Economical need, get your own money, get your own things, be independent. But being independent, you're also hungry not for just physical things, because you are always alone. Like, nobody's gonna feed you. You need to feed yourself, After certain years, your mom don't even feed you no more. You learn to literally feed yourself. So you need to eventually work for yourself and take care of yourself, right? Mental also is independent status of mind, okay? The mind also has independent, the mind also has status of being independent so that you can learn to feel your thoughts for yourself, feel your emotions for yourself is what I'm saying, and hear your thoughts for yourself, okay? So you don't want to be there. Like, something in your mind says, oh, I really don't like this scenery. If you don't learn to listen to your thoughts for yourself, instead of brushing it off, everybody's here, so I should be here. You learn to listen to yourself and respect yourself and your thoughts and accommodate yourself. That's an independent mind, okay? That's an independent mind, state of mind, right? When you feel emotions such as being uncomfortable in a situation with a lot of people, or being uncomfortable just sitting in the house all day, not doing nothing, and you say, you know what, I'm going to go out and do something because I really don't feel like being in the house all day today. Or, you know what, I really don't like this scenery with, all these people. It's not my cup of tea. I'm going to get going. That's an emotional independency that you are doing for yourself. You are listening to yourself. You are there now. Like somebody is at home listening to me. A lot of the time we think we need other people to listen to us. Like, especially when people are in a relationship. Why is he not listening to me? No, why are you not listening to you? Because you're really not worried about he or she listening to you. You're really worried about you listening to you, okay? But that's a whole different topic. We'll make a video for that next time. We're talking about more personal and open, right? Like more in general, in your everyday life, around all your circles. Doesn't matter if it's your spouse, your family, your friends, whatever. You need to learn to accept your thoughts and respect your thoughts and hear your thoughts and accommodate your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions. To be mentally independent, to feel as though you're never lonely, whether you're around people or not, because that's part of you. That's loneliness comes from you abandoning yourself. It's a state of mind, right? So should go do something. We should go eat this food. You know what? I really don't want to. I really don't like it. It can be as simple as I really don't like it. Well, I don't really like it, but I guess I'll try it. You're abandoning yourself. It's that simple. Okay? Now you can get yourself in the mind state like, hey, I'm gonna try something at least once to really decide whether I like it or not. That's different than if you already know you don't like it, like you really don't like trying new restaurants, but you go and try it anyways to please your friend. You know, that's you abandoning yourself. It can be something as simple as that to even more complicated, like going out every weekend, giving your time away, your energy away, you know, spending your money on things that really don't bring you any pleasure, you don't care for, or being in a relationship, in a long-term relationship, giving your trust, giving your heart, giving your your honesty and all parts of you, because when you're in a relationship, you're giving all parts of you to something that isn't really 100% working for you and making you happy at whole, you know? And yeah, there is such things 100%. There's no such thing as perfect, but there is such thing as 100% in making you happy. What that means is you are willing to accept it all and understand that you understand it's bad and it's good, but you accept it all to work with it, you know, to stick with it, to keep working on it, right? So it's like that. It's how much so that you are giving yourself just to accommodate other people, just to make them happy, just to fit in for the moment, just to feel okay, just to make them happy, just to go with the flow, you know, like it's just 5 minutes or it's just one night, or it doesn't matter if it's 1 second. When you abandon yourself 1 second over and over and over, each second adds up and eventually leaves you feeling lonely because you are abandoning yourself. Hello, nobody is home. Your soul is telling your mind, hello, nobody is home. I feel like we're not connected here. We're not paying attention here. Like, I'm alone. And so your mind starts to feel and think lonely. Right? But my beautiful people, you can heal. There is ways to heal. Learn to be by yourself. Learn to accept your truth. Learn to say it's okay. I like it. It's okay. I don't like it. It's okay. I want it. That's okay. I don't want it. Learn to do all that. Then you will learn to understand, like, I am never lonely, honey. Whether I'm around people or not, I am never lonely. Okay? I love you, beautiful people. It's always great talking to you guys. If you love my content, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Follow me. And drop a comment. I love to hear from you. Like, I am here to feed you, but I am also here to eat from you. Okay? Like, let's share. Let's expand together. And let's grow and heal together. I love you. Mwah.